Hello friends, this is Kuldeep and welcome to you another data analytics tutorial. Last time we talked about Anaconda and today will be start to work with some of our scripts or some of the coding part. So I think all of you are very much aware about this Anaconda Navigator what we saw yesterday also. So in this navigator we used this spider, and spider, as I already told you, that spider is a ID for Python, and there are other IDs also available in the market. Some of popular IDs are like PyCharm. A lot of people work on PyCharm. A lot of people work on Spider, and there is another ID called as Canopy. The full name is Anthought Canopy. So that Anthought Canopy has somewhat more similarity with this Anaconda. Okay, so Spider is the ID which has been presented by Anaconda for Python, but there is other way with which we'll be writing the code, and that is called as Jupyter Notebook. So this application which you are seeing on this panel called as Jupyter Notebook, we can start Jupyter Notebook by launching it here. And Jupyter Notebook is also one of the very popular way these days of doing the programming. And in Jupyter Notebook is not only uh, available for Python. We can do multiple programming on Jupyter Notebook like R, Python, and even one of the other popular programming languages, Julia. We can do Julia programming also on Jupyter Notebook. So Jupyter Notebook provides a lot many programming platforms. So we'll be using Jupyter Notebook in this series of ours, and in some cases we may use Spider also. Although there's no problem in using other tool of your choice. You do not have to go along with my choices, but I personally feel like Jupyter Notebook is pretty much easy to work with in case of data analytics when you are not developing any kind of application. So here I have this Jupyter Notebook, and it has to be there on your place also. And you can see a lot of different options available here. One option is new. You can see that Julia is available, Python is available, text file folder is and terminal. Okay, these kind of things are already available here, and I'll just create an new folder here, and this new folder could be given any kind of the name. So I have this new folder available with me, and it has to be here with some like folder name or something like that. Let me just search around. Okay, yeah, it's here, this untitled folder. I just checked this folder. Okay, I checked this folder. You must be seeing here. I pressed my check button. I actually tick it, this folder, and on the upside here I'll be having an option to rename it. I have renamed it like Python, not data analytics. So now I have this folder called as data analytics available with me. I can go inside this data analytics folder. So now you from here you can see that we are working in data analytics folder now. So whatever the scripts or whatever the programming will be performing will be doing in this folder only. So we can create another folder also. It all depends on how we are going to manage our whole project or the workplace. So I'm not creating any further folder into this data analytics folder, and right from here I can create my Python scripts like by clicking here. I have clicked like Python here, and yeah, it's a new script in the Python script here, and you can see from here data analytics is a folder. Inside that folder you have an untitled .ipynb, and its full form is Python notebook. Okay, I can give the name to this also, and as we are supposed to be working on kind of, you can say, the starting of numpy. I'll give it some name, my numpy underscore one. I've given it my underscore numpy underscore one. So the name has been given to it, and you can see from here this data analytics folder which I just created, and I created a file, that is Python notebook file inside it, and the green symbol means it is running. Okay, so my numpy notebook, that is Python notebook, is already running, and which is running here. Okay, so I can start to code right from here, and let me tell you about this single line. This single line actually signifies that it's a block. Okay, block means, let's if you talk about the for loop, if we have written for loop, like I have defined a list. I think you are very much familiar with Python, and I'm assuming that you people know Python. Okay, so if I want to run this part, then I will be just having my cursor inside this block anywhere, wherever I want, and I'll press just shift enter, so it will get executed. So you are seeing like this number here. It signifies that, yeah, we have run the first line, or we have run only one line prior to the next line which we are gonna run. So if we want to print this whole list, we can write this, and again shift enter. Let me magnify it first. Okay, so it's like here. Oh, fine. So but if we want to implement the for loop, then I'll write for x in list 1. So I cannot shift enter, means if we write for loop, there are kind of like two lines to print the whole all the numbers in this list, but we cannot do it separately. So earlier I said that this whole single line, or this empty space, means the space here, this represent the whole block, and this block must contain that part of code which is independent to run. Okay, this line can be run independently, this line can be run independently, but this line cannot run independently. It has some other parts also. So we have to write the minimum part which can run independently. So for loop, the first line cannot run independently, so I have to write other part also. Okay, so this is our for loop. Now if you want to execute it, shift enter, it will get executed. Okay, so the by the meaning, uh, by when I'm saying that you have to write the whole block in this empty space, means the smallest amount of the code which can run independently. Okay, so I have shown you this thing, and I am assuming that you people are very much familiar with list and other things in Python. Means I am assuming that you people have some prior knowledge of the Python. If somebody do not have, then go watch somebody else video, or watch my videos if you can understand Hindi, or read any book, or get any kind of resource and learn little bit of Python. Okay, so after that, as I told you, like if you want to install library called as numpy, we are using numpy here, and its full form is numerical Python. I'm talking about this library, numpy, and it is called as numerical Python, and it is used for linear programming. It is used for linear algebra and these kind of stuff. So it's a library which provide us with a lot of arsenal which can help us doing the good quality of mathematics which is required in data analytics and data science. Okay, so numpy is quite popular among data scientists, quite popular among data analytics the people who are into the data analytics. So first of all, if it is not installed in your system, you have to install using pip command. I already told you the pip command. Let me remind you pip command again. Pip install numpy. You can fire this command on your command prompt without comments. Okay, so I want to use that numpy library to create a different kind of object out of this list, because this list is the object of Python, but in data science, in data analytics, we require certain different kind of objects which can be used in a different manner, although the data contained in those object is same as the data contained in this list, but the behavior is different. Okay, so first of all, I'll be importing this numpy, import numpy. Okay, I'll import numpy, I'll run it, and if numpy is present on your computer, it will run it successfully. Now I want to create a numpy array. So if I want to see what's this list, let me insert something, because I haven't left any vacant space to run my code. Type list 1, shift enter. You can see this list 1 is a list, that's an object. Okay, and in Python most of the things are object. I'm not saying that Python is completely object oriented, but most of the things are object. Okay, so this object, that is list 1, which is also a data structure, is a list. Okay, now I want to convert or create a numpy array, and my desire is to convert this list 1 into numpy array. Okay, so let me do it first. So np underscore array 1 equals to, I'll be using a functionality of this library that is called as numpy. So I cannot use the function directly, though the function is this. Okay, the function is this, and I'll be providing list 1 in it. So function is this, but when I'll run it, it will give me an error, because Python do not understand what's this function, and where this function belongs to. So we have to tell Python that this function belongs to certain library or module. So it belongs to actually numpy, and we'll use numpy dot. Okay, so here we are telling Python that we are using this function array to convert this list 1 into a numpy array, but this array function belongs to numpy library. So when I'll run it, it won't give an error, and when I'll print it, it's printing everything which it is supposed to. And now if we want to check out the data type of this thing, np underscore array, now it is showing that it is numpy.nd array. So it's not a list, it's a numpy array, so which is having a different kind of behavior, although the data contained in it is same as in list. And let's try to uh, traverse it using for loop. Let's see if we can do this or not. And it is doing the same thing. But as I told you, but if I'm printing this numpy array and if I'm printing list, these things are giving same output. And if we are traversing both by using for loop, these things are again giving the same output. But when we are seeing the things and we want to know the type of both the data structure, one is giving list here and another is giving numpy array, that is nd array. So both the things by nature are different actually, in though these things are not appearing to be different. So we'll be talking about why we need numpy array, why we need different kind of behavior in our data structure or an object tomorrow. And I think till now it's fine. And my only request from all you people is that please keep practicing what I'm telling you. If you find any different resource to learn, then please learn, work on it, because as much as you will work during your practice time, you will be able to perform best of best when the real time will come. Okay, and keep working hard. And till now, please revise your Python or some other programming language, because only one programming language won't get you anywhere. When you'll be doing like different paradigms of programming, you will be understanding why we needed different paradigms of programming and why we needed different kind of programming in a same paradigm. So just it's a point of advice from my side. Do two or three programming language that includes Python also, and please practice whatever I have told you. And NumPy is quite an interesting and important topic before starting our main data analytics, which includes more of a statistical part. Okay. Till then, work hard and please do subscribe my channel and. Invite more and more people who are willing to learn the data science, and please spread my channel as far as possible to those people also who do not have any resource, so that they can learn something. So I want my channel, my resource, or even uh, if you learn something from me, and I want you people to spread the knowledge to each and every corner of this world. Okay, so we'll meet next time. Have a good night.